Left 4 Dead 2 was an odd experience with me because the first time I played it was back in 2009 on a friend's Xbox 360 at a sleepover. I remember the first time I played it, I didn't put it down for an extremely long time. And I didn't really know why, because I was young and stupid and new to gaming, and I didn't really form any critical opinions based off substance, as I did just whether or not I had fun with the game. And while fun is a key factor in reviewing a game, you also have to look at the small things that lead to the fun. For example, the gameplay, the character design, the combat, etc. And when I look at Left 4 Dead 2, I look at a game that is one of my favorite first-person shooters ever made because of the gameplay as opposed to the story, because there is no story to be spoken of. The gameplay holds the game through, and assisting the gameplay are the character models and sounds, the excellent gunplay, melee combat, and the different surprises, and the different supplies as well. So, I guess with this Raw Thoughts video, this unscripted commentary of mine where I will start to talk about the game in deep detail and not stop until I give you my absolute opinion as it comes, I suppose first I'm going to go over why I like the gameplay so much. The reason I like the gameplay so much is because it's simple, yet it's a part of a more complex mechanic. What I mean by that is, it's a simple first-person shooter. You shoot people, but it's assisted by many other things that turn something so complex into something so simple and satisfying. For example, when you shoot something, and I don't mean to sound sadistic by saying this, but I think you'll understand when I tell you that when you shoot something, you want to feel like you actually shot it. You want blood, you want different sounds, and speaking of design and sounds, each and every single zombie in the city has its own different character design and over 400 sound files to assist the zombies to make all the zombies seem individual. While there are the recurring zombies that come back on purpose, like the tanks and the chargers and the witches, they come back on purpose just to give you challenge, but every other casual zombie you fight has its own character design, and you'll rarely see them coming back more than twice. That makes the game feel almost alive in a place where it's undead. It makes you feel like that before this entire virus occurred, before this entire outbreak occurred, before this entire apocalypse happened, there was once a city or a town or just some place. This is set in America, so I'm just going to say country. An entire country full of people who were alive and used to live there, and you feel almost a sense of humanity when killing them. They all have their individual look, making you feel like this city was once alive. No buildings ever look the same, and even though there's no story to be spoken of, with each campaign, the levels are designed expertly, and I can't be thankful enough for that. Another thing to be thankful for if you buy Left 4 Dead 2 is that all the Left 4 Dead 1 campaigns are featured with this, including the characters and the original guns. So you don't need to buy Left 4 Dead 1, that would be just friggin' stupid. Left 4 Dead 2, one of its best mechanics is actually the melee, because the melee in this game, just like the shooting, is satisfying, but it's more satisfying than the actual gunplay itself. You see, when you melee something, you will see yourself cutting it. You will see blood appear on the screen. You will hear different dying sounds for each zombie, again, at least within the sound files that make the zombies so individualistic, and you will overall feel good. And that rush you get from slaying something with a machete. My two favorite weapons are the machete and the axe. Screw the rest of the guns, I'd rather have the machete and the axe. The feeling you get from hitting something in the face with a big axe or a big sharp machete or stabbing something through a zombie makes you feel a sense of gratitude almost. That's how good the melee makes you feel in this game. I don't mean to sound sadistic, but I think you can probably understand what I'm trying to get at. But then finally, the guns and supplies. While you get to the safe rooms and from point A to point B with a complex objective, if you can even call it complex, every now and then, I have to narrow my guns, my top 3 favorite guns, down to the sniper rifle, the AK-47 assault rifle, and the SPAS 12 pump combat action shotgun. And these aren't there for obvious reasons, but I like the sniper rifle because it's almost interchangeable. It could be its own assault rifle if you took off the scope and modified some of the gun mechanics. You see, they made the crosshairs in the sniper rifle really small, and by that you can hip fire with You can hip fire expertly, or you can engage in long range combat if you choose so. So the sniper rifle is also semi-automatic, meaning it's an interchangeable weapon, it's a powerful weapon, and Valve gives you the option, instead of making the crosshairs gargantuanly widespread like other developers tend to do with their sniper rifles. You'll also see, now with the AK-47, it has the most power, it does the most damage, and if you want to, when you control your fire, it can be really powerful. And the SPOS 12 is the SPOS 12. I don't think I need to go over it unless you are very inexperienced in any first-person shooter, including a shotgun. So, Left 4 Dead 2, as it stands, is my favorite zombie shooter to date, beating out Call of Duty Zombies. It's nice to be playing this game again, and it's nice to know why I actually like this game. In the official review, I will go over more key aspects of it, such as game modes and different mechanics relating to the mechanics I've discussed in this video. But in this raw, unscripted thoughts video, it's nice to remember why I actually like this game as opposed to I just had fun with it. Because it's really something when you look at a game and you know why you had fun with it, because it makes you want to come back for more. And Left 4 Dead 2 is definitely a game that needs to be played more than once.